Morning guys, it's Friday the 11th of March. I'm Henry Green from London Trading Group. I'm just going to run through what we're looking for in the markets this morning. So obviously Draghi was speaking yesterday, huge move in the euro. We saw a cut in the deposit rate and other stimulus added to the Eurozone economy. So it initially sold off. We bounced off this bottom level of 108.20. I actually had a level in down here. We have then since rallied and gone and tested the highs, 112.20 being the key level on the top side that it's held at. So at the moment we're just kind of along, well, we're at 111.70, so this is kind of a retest of that support we managed to close above that, at 111, well, resistance we managed to close above 111.60. So we've pulled back into there, and this could be a little blip up towards 12.70, where I'd probably then be looking for the short side. But for me, there's no reason to be selling this quite at this moment in time. Obviously, what he came out and said was fairly bearish for the euro, except the market didn't really interpret it like that. So it's pretty interesting. So maybe euro does sell off. Maybe it was just an extended move up to clear some stops, and then we're going to have a sharp move down. But at the moment, it looks like it wants to continue. Obviously, the 38's back down at 110.40, so we could see that come back low. I've got a little bit of a level in there. It might come back down and test this moving average that we've talked about. We could get it to come down and test this. Let me find exactly what the level is for you. So I've got the 185 moving average, which has been holding on in the past. We've got that down. It looks like it could just come into play around 10.40. So you could get an initial sell-off and then hold, and then we go higher. On the daily fibs, however, this does actually point higher now. So we've actually pulled back here. So the target is 114.90. So if we get up there, I mean, I don't quite know how we're going to get up there. What's this level up here? 114.60. Okay, so cool. So we could just pull back into here. Or maybe we go deeper. So if we do one more swing, how we're going to get to 114.90 is the route that I'm trying to plot. That's a bit higher. So yeah, okay, cool. So we could just pull back into this 38 as is expected. So maybe back down to 110.40 and then buy this, and we're looking back up towards 114. And I think that's probably quite a good play. I don't see any reason why this shouldn't now go back up and test 114. Nice bullish interpretation by the market yesterday, and we could now rally. Okay, cable. So cable went exactly to the pip where we said it was going to go, 140.130, and then bang to 143.40. I actually expected that to go a little bit higher and that be the top, but it seems that it's held up quite nicely. So that's the D completed on the top side. Now, if it doesn't go back through 143.10, then this could be the start of this rolling back over again. Now, cable, I don't see any reason why this should rally any longer. I mean, you had this huge sell-off and people were still trying to sell it, even as it was popping back up again. Now, are Brexit fears still present? Yes. Should this market potentially sell off a little bit more? Yes. Well, I think we've got up towards a level now where it could hold. I mean, through here, you're looking at 144 and 145 as the next zones. And if you manage to get up through 146.30, then that is real space opened up. So I'm still looking for the short side in this. We have now completed that D, so that is ABCD completed. So you'd expect at least a pullback into 142.30, well, 142.40. So if we just get rid of these lines, let's actually put the current trend line that we're on. So the one that makes the higher high. So that's this one here. So we just extend that out. So a first break of this could signal that this market wanted to turn lower. So if we made a lower high, we could be looking down to go and test this, maybe the retracement level. Maybe this looks like quite a good zone down here, 141.80. So we could just come back down, test the support down at 141.90, the one we managed to close above, and now we roll over. However, the path looks pretty clear up to 143.40. So how are we going to get there? Well, that's the 1-1. Yeah, it's about the 118. So you could get an initial spike up there, and then we hold on this outer trend line, which looks like it's been holding all the way down. Yeah, so we are holding on that. So this could be the start. So maybe you get one more push out to 143.40, and then you come off. So maybe let's look for that one. So maybe you get a 118 or a 127 fade somewhere around here, which would probably be good areas to look to sell this, and it'd be a retest of my daily market angle that I had in as well. So that's an interesting one in cable. Dollar yen. Let's have a look at that one. Sideways, rejected perfectly off that top zone. Up at 114.40. It was actually the D as well on the top side, and it's just rolled over since. So we're at the 30 now. You've got to be looking for shorts in this. We're at basically the top of the, well, not towards the top of the range. I prefer to be a seller at 114. However, if you manage to get this back up and then maybe sell it back down to 112, is there anything that looks like it could get us there? Well, the 127 is nearly in line. So if you see this rally up towards 114 again, I'd probably be a seller up at 114. It makes sense for us to sell it there. So I'll be looking for any sort of rejection up at 114 to sell this one. Dollar CAD I was a little bit premature in my sell of this yesterday. I sold it through the breakthrough here and took a stop out. As you can see, I sold it here and here, so I had 2 goes at it, just missed the top, double top, and then it's sharply reversed. So we could now see that come off. Unfortunately, it's not actually got that much room, I don't think, down to the downside. 130.190 is the level that I'm looking for, and as soon as it hits that, I'm looking to be a buyer in this. I've got a level of support down there at 130.175, so maybe it could spike lower, but 130.190 is a really good zone, I think, to be fading that, and I'd certainly look for the fade in that zone. Aussie, I think, has got one last push. I think this has one more go at clearing this level. So it got to 127, it broke through, didn't quite get to the D, but I think it has one more go at hitting 75.40, and if it gets there, then I think that could be quite a good zone to fade that as well. I mean, it takes out the high, so then it still wouldn't be a D hit on the top side, but this is a breakout market on the weekly chart, remember, guys. So we are looking for that as a potential breakout. At the moment, it looks like it just wants to go and test the top of that range. If we just get rid of this fib because it looks like it's going to be out, let's get rid of that one. I mean, as you can see, it's just ranging between these 2 parallel lines, so just be careful of that one. And the Kiwi sold off finally. Did it? No, it didn't. So we just slowly rallied. We look like we've got a nice bounce now. We are back at the 38. 66.90 was the level that we talked about, and this now could go. So this could be the good sell today. We've kind of got the moving averages coming back through it. 67. I'll certainly be looking for the short side of this one. I think that having cut their interest rates, yes, they are still significantly higher than everyone else, but I think a cut deserves more than that. So especially a cut that no one expected. So we're back at the 38 now. So this could be a perfect sell. We're looking down to 65. Does that make sense? 65 is a long way down, so it probably won't hit that today. So maybe the 118 or the 127 gives us the DTR. I just have to customize this DTR to make sure we're kind of in the range that we're looking for today. But certainly it looks like a short. Like I like this slow grind up and then it dumps. So let's wait for that one as well. So maybe Kiwi as well. And Euro Sterling double. Well, it's made a head and shoulders on the daily chart. So I'm just looking for that to maybe form this right shoulder. So maybe get a spike up. Where could we look to? Well, we're looking for that 38 pullback to be complete. So that's 77.60. So we could get a spike up maybe and to touch the DTR 78.70. Maybe we get that push. Oh, let's customize this. 77.70. So maybe where's that? 78.90. So 78.90 looks like it's the other top. So we can make a little nice right shoulder and then break through 77, and then through 77 you're looking at an MPO down at 75.40. Okay, guys, I hope that was useful. As I said, a lot of whip caused yesterday by that news, so just be careful. As I said, I think probably things will still be in limbo trying to find their true levels today, so just be wary of that. But yeah, have a good trading day. I hope that's been useful. Click to subscribe to never miss a trading video again, and happy trading. Thanks very much.